This is Mandela Links, and I'm asking you to check out Carnival Slayers on YouTube. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Remember, Carnival Slayers bring you the vibes. Mandela Links endorse it to the fullest. Large. Make sure you check it out. Carnival Slayers on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe.
Carnival Slayers.
What's good, people?
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome on this this very cold Thursday evening. But I tell you, it's gonna get hot from the start. This is Carnival Slayers hot sauce, and when I tell you, it's going to get piping hot. You know what piping hot is? You know, this you buy, like, say you go and buy a pie or something, and it get too hot, it's like it hits the it will be hot like that tonight. We're going to be talking about plastic surgery. We're going to be talking about plastic surgery. I have a fantastic group of individuals here, you know, and we try to make sure the balance was right with the men and the ladies to get the right point across, to make sure that everybody is able to, you know, to have a fair share and see what it is, how it is they really feel. Now, I'm going to make this disclaimer right now. What we're saying is our understanding, our thoughts. Please don't come for we. Okay? Especially the fellas, don't come for we. Because we have to be honest with all you, and all you have to take the honest criticism as well. You understand me? Ladies, we just say, I'm saying it from now on behalf of the fellas. Don't come for we. I can't take it. Please, I beg. You know? Because we fellas, there's some fellas that do it too, there's some fellas that do the plastic surgery too. You understand me? And we know them ladies and them that's come for them hard. So don't come for me. But with that being said, good night, everybody, and welcome to Carnival Slayers Hot Sauce.
Say less.
You know,
by the way, thanks for that lovely introduction, bro. You're making it warm in the cool right now.
Well, I was saying, you know, I have a scarf like Christmas. Whoop, wrap it around me one time. Whoop, keep it warm. Yeah. Nice. So introduce yourself one time, Devon, and I'm going to go around the room and ask everybody straight away, is plastic surgery something that you would think about doing, or you're leaving it, are you giving it a miss? Straight away, Devon.
Let me introduce myself. But for the viewers that's looking right now, guys, grab a hot chocolate because it's going to be a long one, guys. This topic is a mad one. So based on the topic we have today, as you said, the plastic surgery, if me personally would do it, that's a good question. Well, based on that answer, based on what I'm thinking right now, I wouldn't do it because I'm comfortable with obviously how I see myself. I'm my physical appearance, and yeah, she's not complaining. Let's put it like that.
All right, good. Thank you very much, Devon. Let me go to the lady. Kay, good evening to you. Good evening, Kay.
Evening.
How are you doing? You all right?
I'm fine. I'm cold, but I'm okay. I got my Baileys, so I was ready before Devon said to get ready.
Well,
anyway,
plastic
surgery. It depends on what type of plastic surgery it is, because people get it for various reasons. I already know, especially women that have heavier chest as well, it can affect their back, and some of them need to get a reduction. So it all depends on what type of the surgery is. So for me, it's neither a yes or a no.
Okay. All right. We leave it for there for now, right? Because we will get specific in a little bit.
Yeah.
Influencer, good evening to you, sir.
Good evening. So influentially had a soccer weekend. Oh, wrong side. Big up, thanks for having me again. My view on the plastic surgery is that it is for me, would I ever get it done?
Yeah,
No.
personally.
Do you consider getting Invisalign plastic surgery? Then I don't know.
It's an alternate plastic here, so me and it is just their partner. So explain yourself, please.
So Invisalign is where you get the plastic braces that you can put over your teeth to help close your gaps. So
that's different, man. That's different.
Right, that's different. I know. We will get to that one. You see that one there? That anyway. I'll leave that for a minute.
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much.
Personally, I'm not a fan of the plastic surgery. I like people to come as they are, flaws and all, and then take your time and work on your flaws in the gym, or just be yourself and enjoy yourself in your robustness or your flat chestedness, because somebody got something.
Right. Being Lisa Love, good evening.
Hey, honey. Hi, everybody. Being Lisa Love, Instagram, doing my thing, little relationship coaching. You know, it is cool. This month we're talking about confidence, all aspects of confidence. Ladies, go log in, go join, go follow. For me, I would probably consider it if my health is at risk, or if I need to, let's say, we know that the big C is a very realistic thing that either of us could at any minute as women lose our breast to breast cancer, things like that. Then is when I would probably consider it. I wouldn't consider it just for wanting to change something, because everything that I have in my 40 something years is loved, from my hair follicle down to my toenail. So
all your assets, right? All your assets.
All my things, them, you know. But yeah, I mean, I could see why, but for me, I wouldn't consider it, if unless it's a health necessity.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Miss Pondy Road, good evening to you.
Good evening, Pondy
It's so good to see you. It's so good to see you and thing. You know, how the family, everybody good?
Everybody is lovely and fine. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Your thoughts, let me know straight away. You doing it or you're not doing it?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm too frightened to do it. Seriously, that's supposed to be the reason why it's a very invasive procedure.
Why are you afraid to get choked with the big needle?
Yeah, choke, cut open, pull up, tuck in. It's scary, and I'm not adverse to it. I just know personally I don't think I would, because I am just literally scared.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a very invasive procedure, and I'm obviously scared of the outcome of what it's going to look like. Yeah, I've considered it, but fear is enough for me to just say no. Yeah,
fear. Fair enough. I hear you. Well, we're gonna expand on it a little bit more, but before we do, we have the boss in the house as well. You know, canvas players, the top sauce, as we call her. You know, the top sauce. Good evening, Night. Good evening to you.
Yes, good evening, everybody. Good evening, panel. If you are new to the show, welcome. If this is your second or third time, welcome back. Thank you very much. You've been following us for the past year and a bit. Thank you for your support. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend, share the thing, share the live. This is going to be a very interesting hot topic of conversation, and reason being, I thought this would be a good one to talk about is, well, other than the fact that recently Spice allegedly went under the knife. Hello, Chick Haven. Hello, good night, girl. Thank you. Yeah, Spice recently allegedly been under the knife, was in a coma, and all this shenanigans that took place. Spice has never left it as a secret that she has been under the knife alongside many other artists, both in the dancehall scene, maybe not so much the soca scene, that have come forward and have blatantly admitted to having plastic surgery. But obviously, recently there seems to be a very much an influx amongst the Black women in our community getting surgery. And I thought this.
Mommy, can you do this on my arm?
Okay, sorry, guys.
No,
you know
fine.
how it is, right? Yes. So as I was saying, there appears to be like a trend. There's an influx of Black women going under the knife, and you know, I just thought, yeah, let's unpack it a little bit. Let's have a conversation. But most importantly, let's talk about Spice. You know, that was quite a worry. She left off. I don't know about you guys, but I was really worried about her.
Because she wanted to change the Bam Bam, or she signed?
No, it's because the rumors came out, and Spice being Spice, she's very vocal on her socials. She was really quiet in that period of time. She didn't say anything, like, which obviously just made us believe the rumors that something had happened, even though her manager was saying the complete opposite. You know, Spice doesn't ramp to take to socials to talk the things them. So the fact that she was quiet.
But I think they said just before that she was taking a break or something, that she wasn't going to be something like that. I saw something like that, and I was like, that's a bit suspect. I know, right? Exactly.
Yes, she did
I
say
was like,
that.
that sounds a bit suspect.
Yeah, Grace can't take a break. Grace can't take a break. She loves, no, her mouth can't stop. She ain't taking no break.
Well, she didn't take a break. She just disappeared. And I realized some people get upset. Some people was worried. I saw a lot of the posts where it is, they kept on repeating. The posts were quite repetitive though. You know, the posts were quite repetitive because they didn't know what else to say. And my thing is, right, if you want to change something, in this day and age, it's so easy to do that. Eh? You just have to have the money. You know, you just have to have the money, and you can go and say you want to slice this off, you want to move this over, you want to push this up, you want to pull this in, you want to tuck this in. And I want to have any of your friends, has any one of your friends literally done it and said, boy, that thing was so gruesome, man, I don't want that for you, you know? Do you all have anybody have any personal experiences where it is they can share with everyone and all those that are listening from across the world as well, you know, on Carnival Slayers Hot Sauce, you know, share with them a personal experience. So I see Marsha, you put your one finger in the air. So if you want to share that experience with us, you know, so that we can get firsthand, you know, from a friend.
Okay,
what was like.
I have a few friends actually who have had various cosmetic procedures, from nose to fillers to breast enlargement, and then the full works, you know, BBL, fat transfer, liposuction. And the difference that I've noticed, I would definitely say, is definitely money. Out of the 5 people that I know who have done it, only one actually really spent, I would say, in cosmetic surgery prices, a lot of money for their BBL, and the procedure they seem to be much more smooth sailing. They were literally at the hospital in the care unit for like 2 weeks. It wasn't none of this quick jump on a plane, get your butt done and jump back on the plane 2 days later. The other 4 friends, unfortunately, did the cheaper option. They went to, you know, Turkey, as everyone knows, is a very popular place for cosmetic surgery. And all 4 of them had complications, like life-threatening complications. You know, had to once they got back to the UK, had to go to hospital. And for me, you know, people say, yeah, go to Turkey, get cosmetic surgery. But one, it's not safe. Two, a lot of these procedures, you're not supposed to be on a plane the next day or 2 days later, because you are supposed to be lying down, or drainage and altitude, bacteria, cross infection, all these things come into play. So when they get back to the UK, they've disturbed the whole site of the operation.
Yeah.
You know, because it is an operation at the end of the day, and the recovery is very intense, and it can be very painful and very gruesome, and yeah, open to infection is the main thing. So that's for me why I couldn't understand why Spice went to Dom Rep, because as far as I can see, couldn't Spice afford Atlanta doctors? Why go to Dom Rep to get a cheaper version for what she wanted? I know we're all trying to save coins, but you're
Where
playing
did
with
she
your
go?
body.
Where?
Dominican Republic, she went Dom Rep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you're playing with
Okay.
your body, you know, these are cheap alternatives for the sake of vanity, because it is vanity. You know, all of my friends haven't done it for any health reasons, because they want to change, or they don't want to go to the gym, or they want a bigger butt, they want bigger boobs, they want, for whatever reason in their head, they got to go and get this all done. They've had it done. But yeah, I think if you're going to go down that road, the cheap option is not the way to go. Safety first. You know, and if you can't afford it, then yeah, you're gonna have to hit the gym, or just I don't know, buy like a push-up bra, like a padded knickers, like a waist trainer.
You have to take it off though.
Huh?
You have to take it off, innit?
Yeah, but
And it's too much. It's too much dedication.
take it off from
And
the
people
dance.
don't have that.
Imagine bagging a man
Generally, people
wearing
don't have that.
all of that.
But now, if you're a night
There's
rider,
more horror stories, especially for these cheap, quick fixed flights,
Nice.
in them places. Yeah, I think.
Imagine bagging a man.
But it's true. That's false advertising.
Yes.
yeah, but if you do it in the night, it's fine.
But that's what's advertising already.
It's no, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. That's my
All right.
That's the fear factor. Like, am I so obsessed with how I look, or would I prefer to be alive and healthy? I actually choose to be alive and healthy. Hence the reason why I have not gone ahead and had cosmetic surgery, because I can't afford the 25 and 30K to go to Switzerland to get the top surgeon to do me. So I'm not going to take the cheap backstreet option or the DIY option. So it's best I just.
So now you're changing your story. You say you're scared before, and now you said you can afford it.
Yes,
Well, boy.
my budget can only afford the DIY version.
Right.
She can afford just wearing what the sexy leggings you wore this weekend and just whining on people.
Right. Stretch to get it done safely, because all this quick flight to Turkey, 5-day turnaround and back on the plane. No.
Oh, that's what you're scared of. I understand. Okay, makes sense now.
Okay.
And what I was also gonna say,
the two could exist. The two could exist alongside each other as a team. She's scared to do it because she can't afford to go and pay for the expensive things, so she wanted to do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think again, when Marsha mentioned about Spice has got a whole bag of money, why did she go for the cheaper alternative? But then who's to say she has got a bag of money? You know, perception on social media is a crazy thing. Perception.
But not because it's Dominica means it's cheaper option. A lot of people
it's
in
not
Caribbean
cheaper, it's the quick turnaround.
Quick turnaround. Ah, okay.
Yes. That's what doctor
I don't think it was cheap. I don't think it's a cheap.
Because it's not, because Atlanta would be the cheaper option, and that's where she lives, so that's why she'd be doing.
So Atlanta is actually a cheaper option.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Due diligence. You've been doing some research there, sir. Influencer. You know a couple people doing it here.
As in myself. Sorry, you talking to me? Yes, no, I do.
You've done some research in it, like you said, it's a bit cheaper in Atlanta.
I was following the story, like
I see. Okay.
But that in itself,
okay.
that in itself begs to like, is it ethical then to have a quick turnaround on these kind of surgeries? So
a lot of things
But I
are
think the answer.
borderline of ethics, but even ethics in and of itself, it depends on who's creating these ethical regulations. Because if you lot are if for example, if we are the governing body of how hot sauce should be, and then someone comes on and takes it over after we, transcend, and they say, well, nah, we ain't really like how these rules regulations, we're gonna change it. They're changing the whole entire ethics, so that's subject to human change. So
I think
it's
go ahead
tricky.
and sorry, finish.
Atlanta as a whole, for certain things, you're not doing it in Atlanta. Plus, when you go and do those kind of surgeries, you're not doing it in your home city, because you want people. Because again, because of the sit down and rest period and relaxation, you want the privacy of being on a faraway place from home where you can just do your thing. It's incognito. You can relax and then come back to Atlanta or to London or to wherever, and then everyone's like, "Wow, badam." It's not like you lovely ladies who are blessed with the soca genes and Afro-Caribbean genetics, where you just put on a nice shots, you go jam Juve or Dreamland, and the man them say, wow, bumper real, bumper sweet, bumper
but
blessing.
BBL surgery takes months. It takes months.
And that is why some of the ladies don't have time to wait the months. For example, look, Mingle just announced Hello Jam All Weekend. That's in May. That's like 4 months away. The ladies not trying to wait no time. They want that now,
They're asking
so
for
they
the
can spend
Christmas
it.
early. They're asking for the Christmas early. They're asking for the Christmas present already. You understand me?
Exactly.
So they can go
And
and
they're
sort it
also
out.
planning for Soca Weekend. Soca Weekend is all the way in October, and they're planning for it already. They want to
Yeah,
give you
making
nice.
sure there will be bumper
BBL now
exchange rate.
for damn weekend. They won't be ready because that's not enough time to heal.
Well, who knows?
What's the
Who knows?
Christmas?
If
What's the
they're
early
asking
Christmas
around,
present?
That's why they're doing it now. So
He's
they
talking
have
about the
more
money.
time
after the
to.
money
What's the
already,
early
they went to
Christmas
the sugar
present?
daddy and asked
Talking
for the
about the
money.
money to get it done. The money.
They asked the sugar daddy already. So good.
That's why Black Star not on tonight, Because Black Star do a tweet
Where
paid for women's carnival costume. He played for the medium sized
Look,
BBL,
let me
and
call
he
Black
paid for the
Star,
rest of
eh?
the
Who
carnival.
I
not
know, I'm
calling him?
right here. Hey, what you just pay for again?
Yeah,
What you
his
just, what
Instagram
I
is
say you
Black
just pay
Star.
for?
He paid for the
If
BBL,
you could, if a front line
for the
costume, front
carnival
line.
costume, and depending on if he likes the
Oh
Nottingham carnival costume,
hold up.
he
Don't be on Black Star.
I'm not going to join any bacchanal. Let the man
Oh
come
yeah,
and
don't
defend
be on
himself.
Black Star, right? He's not here to defend himself. Don't be on Black Star. All right. What I will say is, Kay, you work in a very you work in a very difficult place. Your job is very difficult. And within your role, right? Do you have young people that have already had it done, or do you have dealt with people who have had it done, have had really bad complications, or they've shared with you that their body's so bad that they just want to change everything, or have you just been in that environment where it is you've had to deal with that?
Yeah, I had one of my young people that actually went the kind of non-surgical BBL, which I never even heard about. And it's basically you get these vacuums. It's actually a place I can't name a place, but some place in South London. And they get these vacuums and they just put it on your bum and they just keep suctioning. And then she called me because she was much closer with me than she was with the social worker. And she's like, I just got a BBL. I said, no, you haven't. And the poor child then sends me pictures of her bum. And I'm like, what have you done? And she's like, no, I didn't do any injections. And this one you can't afford. It's only 25 pounds. And I'm like,
Matcha, you're sorted. Sorry.
Surely you should report that, innit? Surely that's
so
illegal.
slim, and you just see this bum, and he said it lasts for like a few months, or every a few months you gotta go and get it vacuumed in. And I just was just like, when you come to affordability, like Marsha was saying, for people who are being enticed to do these things, they will do, as we say, where any means is necessary. You can just go down to South London and just walk in the shop and sign a piece of paper because it's vacuum, you know? So it's very concerning, especially with these young people. I mean, I just hired, you know, a new member of staff the other day, and her lips out here. I'm like,
She left her hair out before she can even move out her mouth.
just every time she talking like this, and it's just like I can't say because she's a good worker, but it's just like it's so prominent, and
Do you feel like she just go through a whole tube of climax?
I don't know what she does. I don't know if it's injections. I don't know what she do. But funny enough, she's actually Turkish. So I guess for them it's a
family and friends discount.
So, you know, so it's concerning on one hand with, you know, the young people, but now when I have a staff member, I mean, actually, no, I had 2 staff members actually with injections in their lips, and it was kind of concerning considering the clients that I now have. That we had this blonde girl with this big lips and big chest, and I'm just like, I can't criticize, obviously, but I mean, people are going to do what they're going to do. But with the young people, definitely is concerning that they are using alternative measures. We've seen with the whole Kylie Jenner thing, you know, with the lips and them getting bottles and suctioning, and then people are starting to have infections in their lips and all types of things. So people are going to do things, whether they have the money or not, to try to achieve this look. And people are dying. I mean, you was asking about different, you know, examples as far as, you know, surgery. My little sister's friend's mother died a few years ago, because it wasn't, she had a very large chest. I remember from when my little sister was younger that the mother always used to complain, you know, about her back. And then she had a baby. At this time, my sister's friend was 19 years old. Her mother had just had a baby. She's like, you know what? I'm going to get this sorted now. My chest is too heavy. She went to, I think it was Dominican Republic as well, and then she died. So now there's this old girl with the baby sister and no mother. And I'm just like, what are we going to do? So we try to support as best as we can, you know, arranging funeral and doing all of that. So sometimes it isn't just to look good. She was definitely suffering with this back problem for years. And now a 19-year-old with a baby sister trying to plan her mother's funeral while she just getting into college. It's like, it was difficult. It was difficult. I remember that little girl from when she was like 4 years old. Wow. You know?
Wow. Gosh. Well, thank you very much, Kay, for sharing. And we're coming back to you in a minute. I want to make sure I get the ladies' point of view before I start asking the fellas and them some questions that will create a little bit of, you know, back and forth, I feel. So Lisa, being a relationship coach, right? Have you encountered somebody within a relationship that say, you know what, I don't feel he love me, no, I don't feel she love me. I need to go and change something. I need to probably go and do something, you know, to uplift.
That's a good question.
You know, to create a, you know, something different.
Not yet, but in my career as in dentistry, this is something that we see all the time, because dentists and some hygienists who are hygienist therapists are qualified to do levels of Botox and lip fillers, things like that. There's also things called PRP. I can't remember the full name of the PRP. We call it the vampire treatment, because you're actually taking your own cells and your own blood and re-injecting it to regenerate, like stuff in your hair or even in your gums, things like that. It's a lot of treatment out there for aesthetics, and it's not just young people. It's a certain what's the word? Diaspora is the word. Certain diaspora of females coming in who want to,
demographic.
Who want to not really demographic. That's not the word I want to say, but they're not Caribbean people.
Ethnic.
Let's just say that.
Right. Okay.
And they're trying to hang on to youth for their life.
Yeah, it's demographic.
That's literally usually what it is. And you're there and you're kind of looking at the dentist and the therapist, and they're doing these these things, and it's like, what the hell? Why? Why are you doing this? Your skin is fine. You know what I mean? That's when I know it's vanity. That's when I know it's vanity because it's painful. It's painful. I work with a lot of girls. They're older than me, but you know, they're obsessed with this thing. They're obsessed with you know, oh, I need to get my lips done because Christmas is I need to get my these lines and this. Oh, Lisa, you don't have to worry. You don't have any lines. Yeah, probably need to die and come back. Right? But that's usually my answer. But anyway, they always comparing, like they was pulling me in. They be trying to pull me into the shit, and I feel like, hello. I like my lines, my laugh lines. I like all of it. I don't care. Like you're all obsessed with the wrong things, but they hanging on to youth, what they think is youth for dear life. I saw a thing. I saw a thing recently with a clip with, I think it was, oh gosh, who was Smokey Robinson and two other legends.
Yeah.
And they were saying in this clip there's so much plastic surgery because there's who was what? Lionel Richie, Smokey Robinson, and somebody else, and they're still looking this kind of this plastic look. You could tell. These guys were always good looking, always had good skin and stuff. Why are we doing this? It's almost like it's seeping into our culture now because we feel like we need to compete or something. I mean, in dentistry, I see it all the time, and I've been doing this for how long? 11 years. But there are a lot of hair salons. This is it now. Hair salons where people are just buying the Botox and doing it thing, but they're not registered. So the General Dental Council has had to get a lot of places shut down because it's like similar to when you do the BBLs and you have the backyard kind of like alleyway ones. That is it. So we try to encourage people, if you're going to do it, go to a registered dentist because they obviously understand the structure of the face, the structure of the jaw, how everything is supposed to look. They are qualified. They are, everything. So it's a battle in that field as well, as opposed to just the BBLs and the breast implants and the this and the that, and liposuction. But I see it in dentistry. I haven't seen it in relationship. Yes, I hope not. But yeah.
Okay.
That's my part of my
Yeah,
experience.
Lisa. I know that see plenty, all kind of teeth in that dentistry. All kind of teeth that see. All those that moving to the left, all those that moving to the right, all kind of things that see. And everybody just want their teeth straight and clean. But I want to go to the fellas now, right? And Devon, influential, I'm gonna ask the question to both of you, all right? But Devon,
what's that?
You're walking down the street, right?
For sure.
And you see a beautiful lady in 2022, right?
Ooh.
She looking good. She looking everything just looking on point. Do you ask yourself, is it all real, or do you go on faith?
Well, to me, I'm the type of person I like to get to know them from the inside, not from the outside. So I mean, the outside is a good asset, but I want to know her personally, like from the inside. So I'm gonna have a conversation with her just to see where her headspace is, and see how I could benefit. But also, she probably want to see how she can benefit, but I want to see how it's gonna be beneficial to me. Approaching her or prospecting her, or whatever the word you want to put it as, because I don't want to. I know.
Devon, you're being political here. Devon, you're being political here. Don't be political. I want you to watch me. She walking on the road.
This is not a show for you if you're going to get that kind of answer.
The swinging engine is not on the inside. The swinging engine is on the outside. You understand me? The swinging engine is on the outside. And in order to at least have a conversation to know the inside, you understand me? The engine on the outside catch your attention. Are you asking yourself, is it real or not?
I'm not.
So then I can ask you.
I'm not asking any question. I'm just gonna attack. That's me, innit? I'm the type of person that I don't ask question, innit? I'm just gonna
All right.
I act and ask question later, innit? You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay.
That's a real man answer right there. I'm just
All
gonna
right. So then, okay. So you influential. Hold on. So now, okay. So you get to know her inside, right? You get to know and understand who she is, and then she turn and she say, "Well, you know, I have some things to tell you.
Wow.
I had some stuff done. You know." Do you still feel as if, well, you're attracted to me based on what it is I've had done? In the fact that she didn't tell you straight away, she waited a little while.
Yeah. So is she a she or she a he she?
Listen. We keep it straight and clean here.
I just want to make sure.
She's. Let me keep it. Let me stick to. Please, I can't go in all them parameters because that's too many.
If you want to make sure I got my transparency in it for transparency sake.
Yeah. So imagine. Yeah. So let me even go with that, right? Let me go with that as well.
Okay.
That she said she's had work done.
Okay.
Right. And she said, well, you know, I had some stuff changed or I had some stuff altered, and my name used to be Marcus.
Oh, say less. I love Marcus.
Well, yeah. What about the inside? What about the inside now? How are you feeling about the inside now?
Well, I said me and Marcus gonna have to have a deep conversation in there because Marcus, I don't really like Marcus that much in that sense in there. It was a Market or whatever her name is, but Marcus now I'm not really into that type of thing right there. So that have to be a no for me. Sorry.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But if it is she is a she or her, she, her, the pronouns are to keep. There's so much. I can't write all this down. So many.
I know, right?
But if she decides, if she says, you know what, I had a little bit of my breast done, I had, you know, a little Brazilian butt lift and thing, you know, would you be accepting? Would you be like, yeah, all right then?
Yeah, if it's a girl, yeah, I'll be all right with that. I say I don't discriminate in it. And I like big stuff, you know what I mean? I like good looking stuff. So I'm going to go straight in, you know? And I pray to God later and forgive me. But I'm going to be there.
So you see how cricketers he move outside there?
That's all right. The transparency is real over here. There's no filters here tonight, bro.
All right, Devon. Thank you. Thank you very much, Devon, for being so candidly honest. Influential. Good evening.
Good evening.
So you're walking on the road, right? You jump off the bus in Brixton. And boom! She right in front of you. You said, Jesus, rice and peas. Look at all your everything. Are you saying to yourself, that real or it's not real? What is your first thought in 2022?
The first thing I'm going to do is ask myself, is it real? Because
exactly.
in Brixton, especially because we're in Brixton, is it real? Who is this? Where she get it from? Where she buy it from? Or did she genetically get it and just God bless her? Because you're not going to have no Marquita pretending to be Marquise and Devon getting tricked. You can't trick me. These glasses work. So you're gonna make sure I ask the question. Is it real? Is it natural? That's why I said to you, I don't want no hurry come up and stitch me up. No, give me the fupa. When you have a little bang belly over. Yeah, nice. Give me that. The breasts them drop a little bit. Don't worry. I will pick them up. Don't worry.
Right. But so you know, as an entertainer, right? And obviously you're in front of the camera, you're in front of an audience all the time, right? And you're seeing people dancing, you're seeing people enjoying themselves. And you're seeing a young lady and you're saying, but wait now.
I've seen BBLs before in the feds, yes.
Yeah, you're seeing it in the feds. And you're standing up there and you're saying, how the mechanics working out there? Yeah, how the mechanics working out? Because she winding left, but everything going right.
Right. Literally, that's what happened.
No, but I'm being honest. I'm being honest, you know. So you as a guy, as a man, right? You seeing that? Does it like put you off in a sense of
yes,
make you feel as if, well, you know, I can't really engage with woman again because It's unsure.
I'm
You
distracted.
know, yeah.
That is based is you know why so many DJs and hosts are cross-eyed? Because of BBLs. Because if you talking to the woman and she bam bam going so, but she was trying to go so, your eyes gonna split. No, you can't afford that. Can't afford that. Ladies,
Guys,
keep it all
did you
natural.
see Kate Price is on the line, you know? She's listening.
Give God thanks what you have. Do like Marsha and Lisa. Wear the leggings, wear the tight jeans, them.
Don't forget Kay. Don't forget Kay. Don't forget she.
I haven't seen Kay out at an event yet, so I can't
Yes,
say what
you
Kay
have. I'm telling you, you have. Yeah, I'm telling you.
I have danced with you how many times? What is you on about?
GMI. That is
How many
GMI
times have
right
I
there.
danced with you, Surfing Real Show? What are you talking about?
That is a GMI.
Soak up on the roof. Yes, it's me. Anyway.
Yeah. You see, too much bumper. You're whining on. Keep them in line. Keep your bumpers on them in line.
I can't remember all the bumpers that I've seen, so I'm sorry if I'm forgetting what your bumper looks like.
It's okay. It's fine. Trust me, I'm good.
Oh, good.
Okay, 2023, we will reconnect, and hopefully the wine is magnificent as usual. I'm hoping if we have had a chance to wine before. But yeah, no, the BBLs are scary in real life, in real time, because especially when the woman is taller than you, you're wondering why is she being her taller is fine, but she's taller, which is fine. You can see that she's naturally thick, and then you can see the BBL just shifting to one side, and it's like, what the heck is going on? Or it's like a lump right here randomly. Like, why is there a lump in your right ass cheek? Like, why is there some random?
See, but then let me be devil's advocate here, right? Not all bumper wrong.
Sure.
Right?
Yes.
Not all bumper right. Not everybody has everything in proportion in the right way or whatever. So you might be thinking, especially nowadays, you'll be thinking, yeah, she definitely had something done. When in reality, that is just how, her body is.
Truly vibes. You and I are both seasoned Caribbean men of culture. We are both entertainers. We've seen a plethora of the different complexities and perplexities of the circumference of Batty Jaws.
Okay.
We know.
Now you make sure you're reading the comments here, because people are engaging and we're not really responding back.
No, we will. Don't worry, we will.
Don't worry, we will. We know what we know what every kind of bumper look like, and you and I both know we don't shy to embrace, celebrate, and wind up and brace on all kind of bumper within reason. Yeah. So we can tell the women them that get the BBL done, because it's a way how the BBL sit down in that right hand corner or the left hand corner, different from when it's just a natural woman who have some cellulite and the cellulite just flowing. We love to see the cellulite flow. That made it so sweeter.
Yeah, go through. Well, I hear you. My take is right. It's real worrying. It's really worrying that when you're talking to somebody, right, and there's so many questions, especially for men. Women talk to women, and it's totally different. A heterosexual male trying to have a conversation with a woman is a hard thing already. You understand? Sure. Because you don't know how to. Sometimes you don't know how to articulate or say something to them. But then when it is you're saying, right, let's be real here. You're checking out the lady and you're saying to yourself, yeah, she looking nice. Yeah, she looking good. But then you also have to go in the back of your mind and find reasoning and understanding as, okay, it's looking like everything is tucked in just the right way. Is it because she's going to the gym? Is it because she's working out a lot? Is it because she's eating right? Is it because that is just how her natural form is? Or is it because in 2022 and in the world we live in now, she went to Turkey or she went to the Dominican Republic and say, you know what, I go and get a Brazilian butt lift, I go and, go and get the vacuum or the 25-pound, whatever it is, and that is what it is they're doing. And it's real difficult. It's real difficult. you know, for us even have the conversation or even say to a woman, say, have you had work done? Because I mean that's a relevant part of the conversation, all right? If it is just speaking to somebody on a personal level, that's a relevant thing to say. So now I'm gonna ask you, right? If a man come up to you and say, hey, you had work done, you had your boobs done, you had your bum done, what would you be okay with them coming straight and asking you?
No, I wouldn't have an issue with it. I think if you've had work done and someone's asked you, have you had work done?
Mm.
Why would you not admit to it? You know, like, yeah, own it. That's the way I see it. Just own it. You know, there's a lot of people that deny it, and it's just silly because, especially if it's obvious that you've had something done, just admit to it. Just own it. What I don't agree with as well, actually, and I know why people don't admit to it, because of body shaming, people frowning upon them for having a procedure done. But again, I feel I'm very much against that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very against people shaming, trying to put shame on people for having work done. If they're not happy with how they look and they want to get work done, that's on them. That's their business. Who are we to dictate whether they should have surgery or not? It's none of our business.
I hear you. I hear you. Who it is to dictate if you should have surgery or not? Miss Pondy Road, I'm coming back to you, right? Your daughter, she decides she's going to have a procedure done. Would you encourage her, or would you like ask her like a billion questions, or she's grown enough to make a decision for herself?
Oh no, I'll be asking her 127,000 different questions. Simply because these procedures aren't safe proof. It's a major operation, and you know, you're going to go under anesthetic, and then it's the whole healing process, then it's the whole body image of what she sees afterwards, you know, and it's a lot. Besides just the image, it's psychological as well, you know. And a lot of people, when they go for cosmetic surgery, don't get the desired image, what they see, but they're not happy with it. And that then triggers off, they want to go back for more. You know, they do these things as a fix to make themselves feel better, but a lot of the time it doesn't work. So that's what I'd be talking to my daughter about, and to find out what it is, what she's unhappy with and why. And, you know, the fact that she could go to the gym and work out or eat more or live a better, healthier lifestyle or stuff like that. And
would you would you query her how she's feeling as a woman, as a person, as her self-esteem?
Yeah, because it's about, as far as I'm concerned, it'd be like, what pressure are you under, or why do you feel you need to conform to meet certain beauty standards? You know, what is it you're trying to say that you don't like about yourself, or, you know, someone has said to you, this is not nice, and you've internalized it to be so. There's so many different levels as to why she would come to that conclusion as to why plastic surgery is the only option.
Right.
You know, yeah, it would concern me why she would want to go down that road. Especially something like BBL. There's certain levels of cosmetic surgery that I wouldn't like. She did Invisalign, she did her teeth, okay, and she closed her gap. Which, to be totally honest, same thing. I actually did have a conversation because the gap runs in the family, so I've got a very sentimental attachment to the fact that the gap runs in my family, my dad, my sister, my cousins. You see it dotted around the family. So
I want to close the gap.
Yeah, but I get it, because when I was younger, I wanted to close my gap.
Right.
And my mum told me, basically, kiss her teeth, and that was the end of it, really and truly. There wasn't no conversation. Like, I was stripping the shit talking about closed gap. Like, why are you closing your gap? There's nothing wrong with your gap. I did go through all the dentistry stuff and the braces to make my teeth look as cosmetically nice as possible, but I still have my gap. And years later now, I'm glad I've got my gap. I'm glad I didn't close it. I'm glad I didn't get rid of it. And I'm happy and I'm confident with it. And I think maybe it's because also society has changed as well, where, you know, when I was growing up, to be a lady or a girl with a gap, it wasn't seen as aesthetically pleasing. But now, roll on through models and stuff, like there's a model on the scene that she's got a gap and other people have got gaps. It's become more acceptable and like, yeah, having a gap is that it's sexy, it's nice. So society accepts it. So
Right.
same with the BBL body shape. Like I've always had a curvy figure. There was a time where my big butt was not the flavor. You know, I couldn't find jeans, all them things. I had problems getting clothes. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I used to, when I was younger, I used to do ballet. And I remember getting literally harassed by my ballet teacher because my butt wasn't flat and I couldn't stand.
You remember the pirouette properly?
They would be straight and we'd be doing our PAs, but my bum, I'm not sticking my bum out. That's just how it stays. You understand? Just normally just cuck out. And I can do about it. It's how I'm born. Do you understand? So
the good Guyanese and Jamaican genes, them.
You understand? Yeah. I can't have a flat back. I'm sorry. I can't. So form would look different to the rest of the girls. And obviously the rest of the girls are mostly of Caucasian persuasion. Let's be honest. Say it as it is. That's what they are. And there's me. When one of the few black girls in a ballet class, I gave up ballet when I was 12 because I just got fed up. I got fed up.
What you should do is now open up a ballet class of black girls now. Of your size. Yeah, man, you should do that now.
That is going on. That is happening. But I gave up doing that kind of dance and contemporary dance for one of the main reasons, because as a young black girl in that space, my form, my body shape did not complement with the rest of the girls. And I always looked out of place and I was always made to feel as if I was out of place. Roll on how many years later, all of a sudden, these same flatback girl them, no one BBL, you understand? So what, you know, it's and then my natural BBL don't even look like a natural body. My natural body shape doesn't even look like BBLs. You understand? People are getting
So what is a BBL look then?
I don't look. I suppose it's meant to be like big and curvy, but it doesn't look. Look, it doesn't look natural.
It's just very huge, isn't it?
The horse bam bam.
Yeah,
you can put your whole plate on there.
Yeah, like a wisdom tooth. It's like it's a very unflattering shape.
Fair enough.
I wouldn't say it's unflattering, but in my opinion, I have actually seen some really nice BBLs.
Wisdom teeth.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like they look nice. Like they look natural. Like for me, if I was to even have any type of surgery done for vanity reasons, I would need to be having it done in a way so that it doesn't look obvious. And that I would want to go for the more natural looking version of whatever cosmetic surgery I was having. I don't want it to look obvious. If I had breast implants, I don't want to look as if I've had breast implants. If I've had a bum done, you know what I mean? I want it to look almost natural. So that the person will question, hold on, no, that's real. That's hers. That's natural, you know? I like the natural looking type BBLs or surgery, but that's me. I think the ones that look really obvious is the ones where the girls' hips are really huge, like they've got huge hips and this big bam bam, and I'm just like,
and stick
the
legs.
hips are so obvious.
Right. Yeah,
because we're not shaped like that.
No, but this is
the
the legs and them
and a
skinny
small waist
like this,
yeah,
wide.
Exactly, but this is a point that I was going to make because Super Trini, you was asking upon the road about what would she say to her daughter, and it's actually some of the sessions that I do with some of the young people is about the influences of social media, how it is affecting some of these girls. So when they're saying, okay, I want to look a certain way, they're looking at images that they're seeing of social media. Also forgetting that a lot of these images, they have been photoshopped, they have been airbrushed. I mean, how many times do the Kardashians post a picture and then they retract it because that one hasn't been airbrushed? So when they're going and they're doing these surgeries, they're not going for the natural look. They're going for the look that they're seeing, on social media. They're going for the over exaggerated Coke bottles. So when some people say, "Oh, but you can work out," that's rubbish because no set of working out is going to expand this
like
way.
that. Yeah.
Okay, it's not going to expand you this way. Your bum bum can be flat as a pancake. Your exercising is not going to bring and protrude your butt like that. Okay, so when these young girls and some of these men are looking at these images, a lot of these images are not real, right? So this is what we need to try to remember. These whole ideal images now are fake images. Again, the exaggerated, lips, the exaggerated bums. I mean, there's many guys that are going and get muscle implants. Okay, these are not just women as well. They get in the six pack. There you go. You got one already. You get in. Got two. You got two.
Colleen, don't forget the piggy. Don't forget the piggy implants.
Don't
forget the piggy implants, Colleen.
They get in the penis enlargements, okay? They get in the car.
Don't forget the piggy implants.
They get in the chest. They get in the cheek implants, okay? They get in all type of implants.
False advertising all over.
Exactly. So it's just a word to note that when some people are getting these surgeries, a lot of time they're going for these exaggerated looks. Right? When I have the sessions with these young people, I actually showed them several different images. And I said, you tell me which one is real. All of them is fake. But they still keep picking out some which is real. And I have to say, that's been a Photoshop. Let me tell you what this image looked like before. Okay, so it's just mindful that, again, when people are going for these surgeries, it's not just going for these surgeries and getting something small. Yeah, it's all these big things and these exaggerated look that these people are now striving to. And it's like Pon the Road said, way back when we were getting teased. Like I got bullied in school for my lips. 5 years, I got bullied in school for my lips. My grandmother and my grandfather used to call me the chair. They used to come up and just sit behind me. Same thing, I used to do dancing. The teacher used to try to position me. I was standing straight. Okay, what do you want me to do? So I got tormented growing up just for how I look. And now you want to go and get lip injections and you still can't reach my side. Okay, that's what I'm going to say for now.
Tucking your bam bam.
But do we, can I ask?
Yeah.
Do we feel like that exaggeration has come from, is a historical thing?
Definitely.
Because you remember, we were considered exaggerations way back when.
Sarah,
we were placed in places where people could look at us and be amused and stuff like this. So is that what this fascination is? Is this what it is? I think the worrying thing is our own people are doing it, but do you think that that's where it could have stemmed from?
Well, can I let me say something first, okay? First of all, I loving the energy that we're having on Canvas There's Hot Sauce tonight.
Always.
You know, from everybody. And also for those on live on the chat as well. Dexter, we didn't see you in a while. You know, we know you all love that panting. Respect to you. And Belinda, thank you so much for your comments as well. And also, I see Chick Haven is there, Miss Hurricane as well. Thank you all so much for being a part of the show. And all those who listen, wherever it is you are, this is Canvas There's Hot Sauce. We on every other Tuesday, you know, bringing you hot gossip, everything spicy. We have one more topic to talk about in a little bit, but I feel we need to just get a little bit more scope within plastic surgery. And I think I also want to address the step down from the plastic surgery is the fake bam bam that could go and buy on eBay and stuff like that.
For sure.
You know? But as Lisa was saying, I know where she's going, but as Lisa was saying, in terms of our historical roots and being on display and people seeing or buying you or wanting you based on how it is you're displayed, in this day and age, we know that that displays on social media. You know, people will go into your page, and you'll know if it is they want to talk to you because they'll like 20 or 30 of your pictures back to 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 back. You understand me? And I know that most of the time it's based on appearance, because they didn't ask you a question yet. They're just liking everything under the sun. You know? And I know for fellas, they would see a nice girl and be like, "Oh, cool." Like if they go on the Carnival Slayers page, well, boy, well, they go on the Carnival Slayers page, bam bam here, bam bam there, bam bam everywhere, and they'll be saying, all of this is real, is some fake, what is really going on here? You understand?
Slayers.
Some are real, some are fake.
You know, but like we said, it's on display, right? It's on display. So it's down to you if it is you're going to buy into it or you're not going to buy into it. You know? Devon say he will accept it if that is where, you know, but the roads will go their separate ways if it is she change from Marcia to Marcus.
Oh.
You know? That's a deal breaker for you.
Yeah.
So influential. You saying that because you ain't getting that fupa. Is it fupa you call it? You know? If he don't see the fupa, you know it's not real. He feels as if he has to challenge it. You know, he has to really think hard about it. You know, but I'm gonna ask the ladies now. Ladies, if a man say he is going to get surgery and he decides, right? Let me see if I can make this. He decides, he says, you know what? When I'm with my woman, or when I'm with you, I don't feel as if I'm giving you enough. So,
you need some passion.
I need to go and get some more to make sure it's enough. Would you tell your man that it's not enough, go and get some more? Because you could do it now, right?
Wow.
No, I wouldn't.
Current, you're not dealing with no tiny. I'm not dealing with no tiny piggy man, so we're not going to have that conversation, right?
So they wouldn't even get having that conversation.
Notice I said tiny.
Exactly.
Notice I said tiny. So later down, we're not going to be having this conversation. I ain't dealing with no massive piggy man neither. Because you ain't mashing up my one little thing why God give me.
Lisa, please remember there are people from the small peanut society that tuned into Carnival Slayers.
I have nothing to do with that. That sounds like a them problem. We're not doing that. I'm not doing tiny and I'm not doing massive.
Yeah, but
I'm
if you're
doing
not
just
doing
enough
right,
for me. Whatever
no maggots and no anacondas. No maggots and anacondas.
We will not be having that conversation.
What's enough?
If that is what he wants to do, he will have to go and do it. He will have to go and do it. Come back. We got to test it, and I got to figure out what it is I want to do after that.
Are we testing that?
I not against happiness. No problem.
Right. Okay. So, Marsha. Marsha, you understand the assignment, right? You understand the assignment?
Yes. So I'm No. I'm kind of with Lisa on this one. Yeah, I think I wouldn't be in that situation because, like I said, I wouldn't really want to be no teeny weeny man. So I don't.
But Beckett says you open
Yes, I ain't listening, Beckett.
What?
You drink too much sunset.
Small Kinder's joker.
We're not saying small, we're saying tiny. All you don't understand is different categories.
So, but however,
do that again,
if it was, in my opinion, of a good size, and this is something he was saying he wanted to get done, I would be concerned because one, I'm thinking, well, how big you want to go? And two, like, that's yet again a very invasive and dangerous procedure. It may go to the left, literally, and I'm not ready for that for that.
If it go to the left, Marsha might be curved.
Exactly.
That might work in
Hey,
the
hey,
favor.
this.
Sorry, I
Yeah,
forgot.
so
On the road.
I don't know. And then how long I got to wait for the thing to heal? How long? How long I have to wait?
Right?
6
Till I
weeks,
was
6
studying
weeks,
all that. I said,
6
but that
weeks.
go be a year.
Listen,
Go
if
get
you
one.
love the man, you understand me? And he love you so much that he's going to put
Comes
himself
as
through
a
all of that.
package. He comes as a whole. I love all of he. So part of he.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay,
Kay,
so where you just say again?
I ain't saying it again. Kay, go ahead. I ain't saying it again. I ain't saying it. Kay,
The
you're the
issue,
man.
I've had this experience. The issue is
Whoa. Which experience you had? Which experience?
Mash up the whole dance. She mash up the whole dance with us.
longer and bigger. I want it longer and bigger. I've had men that have said that, but the issue is that men sometimes don't understand how to use what they have, so they keep thinking I need to make it longer and bigger and thing. When actually it's not. You need to make it longer and bigger. You understand how to use what you have.
I feel like
So
that
I've
next,
had
I feel like that
people
next
that was big already and really wanted to do
It's not,
surgery, and I've
it's
said.
not the size of the ship, and it's the motion in the ocean.
Exactly. You need to know how to move through the ocean. You don't need a big one to have a well, right? You need to learn how to work with what you have. So the thing is not about the length, because I keep telling these men, you have to understand you is external and women is internal. Okay. So you want to go in like 12 and 13 inches. That's not going to do it. You need to understand how to use it. This conversation. Exactly. So men keep associating length as pleasure, and it's not length. It's how you use it.
But the thing is, right? All it is say that, right? All it is say that, right? But a man just look at all your face, right? When the pants drop, boom, they will look at all your face and be like,
then close your eye.
You know, that's it.
Close your eye then.
You understand? No, I mean, like, I've girlfriends that said that about the boyfriends, you know, or the man, or a man they were saying, like, that didn't make sense, you know, that didn't make sense. They literally said, that didn't make sense. I don't know why it is I was doing it. That didn't make sense at all.
That is
and I would be cracking up.
You see, I don't go through that thought here. I just stop here. I just feel like, yeah, what? I'm not traumatizing myself for no man's pleasure. I've told you all this before. I will stop you halfway, quarter way, three-quarter way, just before way, all way. I'm not doing it. I'm not torturing myself. We're not getting this right. If we're not gonna get this right, it's not gonna work. Just like you have to tell me, stop me. Let me know. It's not working. Let me know which side. If it's the left, if it's the right. Let me know. We're not doing this.
So then that means, right? If it is you love this man, you love him. You understand me? He does everything for your intellect, your spirit, your heart, everything. He just need a little help with that one thing. You wouldn't support him?
Then we will need to hire a sex therapist.
Oh my goodness.
We need to hire a sex therapist because something ain't right.
Nice. What is your I don't use the word stand.
What is my
you have to be careful in these streets. Would I be in these streets?
Would I be with someone that wanted to go under the knife to get a penis enlargement?
Yeah.
Is that basically what you're asking me?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, like the lady said, I would not be in that position in the first place because obviously when you're dating someone, you know, there are a few little tests that one takes part in or one does before you get down to the nitty-gritty. So you would know what you're kind of dealing with.
Excuse me. Hello. Excuse
you know what you're dealing with before you even get to that.
Hold up. What are these tests?
What about
You
the
could phone a
marriage?
friend.
What's going on there?
Not, don't worry about the test.
No,
Don't worry about the
listen,
test. Ask your question and answer your
All I'm saying, let me finish.
Oh, Lord.
All I'm saying is, you're gonna get to a certain stage with someone before you get to do, right?
Marriage.
So
innit?
therefore,
Marriage.
if you're sampling
Marriage, you're talking about
the
marriage.
goods, you know, you're testing the goods, you're sampling the goods, you can feel the goods, and it's not very good.
It's a sniff
Then
test, it's a touch
you're not gonna
test,
put
it's
your,
a
you're not gonna be in that position in the first place to the point of, oh, I'm now gonna be in this relationship with this individual, even though I knew they didn't have the goodies in the first place. Waste my time, waste this. It doesn't make sense. I wouldn't be in that position in the first place. I wouldn't be with someone.
With small
I
penises.
wouldn't be with someone who's gonna need an enlargement. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
So for me, that's not a dilemma. However, if you're gonna ask me, if you say to me, right, would I date someone that has a hair implant? Or I think the hair implants is actually the most common one.
Yeah, they have hair implants.
And also, would I date a man with a weave? You know, because they're doing weaves on man them now.
See that weave thing down there?
No, you got man walking out on these streets looking like genuine.
They called me out.
Yeah, you got man walking out looking like genuine, or with nice locks. Yeah, all of that. Yes. Would I have an issue with that? No, I wouldn't.
They implanted locks.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have an issue with it. I don't mind. You know what I mean? Just as long as he was transparent with me. No, I don't. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. If you wanna try and look like genuine and get your hair done like genuine, all right, that's you. If you wanna get locks, right?
Right, all right.
You know, back in the day,
went way back with
back in the day, every girl wanted their man to look like genuine, innit?
You're thinking about the old genuine.
Yeah, the old genuine. I'm not talking about the 50+ genuine. I'm talking about the back in the day genuine, Mr. Pony genuine, right? Girls at school, genuine, that version of genuine. If the man wanted to try and, you know, imitate that look, and I was dating them and I was attracted to them or whatever, then yeah, cool.
What if the man already had a big penis and he wanted to get personality?
No, I'm gonna.
If he had a what?
What if the man already had a big penis, but he wanted to get a reduction? Because
that's interesting. That is interesting.
That's a different topic.
Is that even? Is that even a thing?
If they can do it one way, I'm sure they can do it.
One man gonna get less piggy girl.
That is true. She's got a point there.
What? Sharing.
I think it's safe to say no man's going for a reduction.
No chance.
No, he could be really big.
Mind you, there was one guy. No, tell a lie. I should take that back because I remember watching some documentary on a guy, some white guy. He had a huge penis to the point that it was like almost the same size as his thigh or something ridiculous. And I know he was talking about having some sort of reduction or having some sort of surgery because he said he couldn't have sex. Nobody wanted to touch him with a barge pole. They want to go near him.
Who the hell going? Nobody going near that.
Problem, isn't it? That's a penis and that's a problem.
That's not
the man could have put a horse to the test, you know.
You know, a guy he has problems, very well endowed, and he has problems keeping and maintaining relationships.
Yeah. And it's hard for them to have an erection, actually. So to be honest, it was as good as not. Like it was
because
just
it's
useless.
Too much,
Yes,
In
that case, it's not like normal big. It's like, you know, like me, them kind of big me they want. No. We don't want that.
I got a question, guys. What if it's the right? What if it's the right size, Bob? See, he's like a 2-minute man. Is that gonna be a problem to you guys?
Yes.
Oh hell yeah, that's a problem.
2 minutes don't really matter.
That is a big problem.
You can't ask them that.
Well, that's a problem, man.
The minutes The
Look at
minutes
Marsha's
the minutes
face.
don't
Look
matter
at
for me.
Marsha's face.
There's other things they can do.
Don't matter
There's
for
other
me.
things they can do. You understand? To
Yeah,
make
the
up
minutes don't
Right.
matter for me.
Yes, it
All
does.
right.
The minutes
Most of
As long as
them, most of them does not quite in it. They does not quite in
Nah.
it.
it's okay if you could go again. Like nobody
Intro-
minds a 2-minute man as long
Nah,
as
you
he's
can't-
going again.
Well,
More rounds.
some mightn't be
But
able to
That
in
can't
it.
if
be.
you're not even doing that, it's a problem.
That your thing.
Well,
Yeah.
time to come see
Look
me.
real
I got a
surprised.
personal pick
You
for
said
you.
go again. Look at you.
Huh?
Yeah. He looks surprised when you said go
What Cardi
again.
you say?
Who's that?
You?
Me?
Wait.
Watch that.
Oh yeah. Hey.
Hey, can go again. You look real surprised. She said
No,
that.
no, no, no. They call me Magic Mike in it. What you saying?
Hey.
Okay,
I'm one of those.
whatever.
Oh yeah.
But that's another
Everybody
conversation.
take
Okay,
a
guys.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Let's
everybody.
leave the chat now.
Okay.
It's Devon's chat now.
Whatever.
That's what I'm
Thank you.
saying, isn't it? Like,
Take
if
a
you
drink,
guys want me to
everybody.
go, that's
Okay,
it, innit?
Mr. Magic, whatever.
I got the
Oh,
passion and the peak, so you know what
Okay,
time
Mr.
it is.
Magic,
innit?
whatever.
Well, okay.
Okay.
All
I
right,
hear,
we
better,
see
I
you,
hear better
boo.
cock than you crow, you know.
Huh?
We hear better cock than you crow.
All right. Hey, Devon.
It's a problem, I say.
Devon.
We hear
It's a problem.
Devon.
we hear
Yeah.
better
But
cock
Devon,
than
why
that
you
crow. I can
stopping?
tell you
Devon,
that.
drop your jaws. Drop your shot. Drop your shot.
Huh?
Exposing your whole chest. Drop your top, man.
But
Yeah.
I went to the gym and the janitor took my top.
Sliding off. It's like, eh.
Watch now, the janitor took my top, went to the gym and took my top.
Masha.
Come on now. Where the ballers?
Marsha.
What?
Marsha.
I'm just observing.
Marsha.
But it's
Masha
hot
is
sauce in
saying
it.
what
It could be
many
hot
people
in
were
it.
thinking. Let the
Hot
girl
sauce.
talk.
You can't put the
Right.
They're talking about Magic Mike self and the top sliding off. That's what I'm saying. Drop your clothes now.
The
Hey,
top
hey,
off
That's
love
what
that,
it's
you
hot
know,
sauce.
Seth.
It can be too hot in here. Yeah, be comfortable.
Marsha,
You know what I'm saying?
Marsha,
That is hot sauce uncut. That's different. Hot sauce uncut.
coming off too. Marsha stupid. Marsha.
Hey.
Well, we better take off with clothes if it's that what's going on inside of here.
Everybody,
No, I see
everybody
you
drink
with my
something.
blanket. I'm being a
We need some order in this chat,
I
man.
wish-
Everybody.
Behave
We could
all
show up with
yourself,
BBL.
please. Behave all
Show off our
yourself,
BBL.
everybody.
Look, you make Devon gone for the
Our
sex
muscle
lotion now.
implant.
Everybody,
Show off our.
Lotion, look.
behave all yourself.
Man got a blazer, you know. I didn't realize.
Is that?
Devon is gone for the lotion.
I thought man was in his dressing gown.
I got it. I got a spray in it.
Nah.
That's a nice blazer, you know. I ain't gonna lie, still.
The man showed off his chest
In his
implant.
mouth. Why you putting things in your mouth?
Okay, guys. We need some order. We need some order. Right? We need some order. I think let me stop that there because that actually moves us nicely onto the other topic of your icks. Dating icks, or also known as deal breakers. Dating deal breakers.
But that was one just
Yeah.
then.
Or the
Just 2
things that
minutes.
turn you
That's
off.
a,
Okay.
that's a deal breaker right there.
Right. So we start with
When you're dating, you don't study 2 minutes.
True.
That's
You
dating.
don't study 2 minutes, Lisa.
So that's not an ick for you, a man that's gonna be a 2 minute in the bedroom department then, Lisa.
She used to it, innit?
Well, if we
calm.
dating, first to begin, if we dating, we getting to know each other. So I wouldn't know if he's a 2 minute or a 10 minute. If we're in a relationship,
you wouldn't
it's
know.
different.
You,
So what are we
you
talking?
Well,
what are we talking about? A situationship, a budding partner? We dating? What we doing?
Oh yeah.
Well, in this day and age, when
Which
you're
one it
dating,
is? I need
you tend to
clarification.
cook in the jar, innit? You always have a little dip before
No, honey.
Well, that's what happened
No,
nowadays.
no, honey.
Yeah?
No, honey.
So how are you going to test the size according to Naomi?
Not
How you
over
gonna
her.
know the size?
Not over her. Not over her.
Okay.
Well, I think nowadays you couldn't even if you're not testing the cookie in the jar, then yeah, that's someone else's. Yeah, because dating nowadays is not even so exclusive, you know.
Exactly.
unfortunately.
But this is what I'm saying. So then it's not
Competition
dating.
is stiff.
It's situationships. It's
Exactly.
bullying partner. It's them different things now.
But then again, them random pictures come up in your DM as well. That's a problem right then.
I think
what sort of account do you have?
if I'm getting
Huh?
to
That's
know
a Slayer
somebody,
account, innit?
if I'm getting to know somebody, you think that will probably turn me off the most is stupid questions that you could figure out for yourself.
Okay, so give me a stupid question.
I don't know.
I can think of one already, but
I was trying to let me know now, because I was trying to think of one because I had one recently. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, are you serious? Yeah, oh God, I can't remember what it is now. Come now, help me now. You could think of one.
A stupid question. Wow, this is kind of beyond dating. So this is in the bedroom department. A stupid question to me, and also one that is an ick and very off-putting, is when the man asks, "Did you come?"
Oh,
that's my tagline, isn't it? You come.
Did you reach?
I tried
but
to
did you
the
come?
damn conversation, you know.
So wait.
That's a problem for me.
There's a problem.
That's a big problem.
What if he's a pleaser though?
Nah, what are you doing? What's
I love a pleaser, but you should know if you've pleased me in the first place. You shouldn't be asking me if I come.
Yeah, but you're screaming the whole time. You don't know.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of us that's faking it out here, and also women, ladies, we need to stop doing that. Yeah, don't be feeding these men's egos, okay? By making a whole heap of noise, leg trembling, all kind of thing, all this theatrical stuff in the bedroom department. If it was whack, you tell him it was whack.
Night, can you
and you won't be back.
Well? Night, clear the trolls, please. Night, can you clear the trolls, please, on the screen there? Can you clear the trolls, please, on the screen?
Oh, wait! Oh shoot! Sorry.
Yeah, can you clear the trolls, please? Because the powers that be are here. Any type of conversation. Yeah.
I must have pressed the wrong one. Sorry, my apologies.
No, that's all right. No, it happens because of what is the content we're talking about. It happens sometimes. It happens. It just pops up because of the words that we use, and it triggers it.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Yeah. So that was my thing on that. Anyway, in terms of stupid questions, back to Lisa though. Lisa, were you able to think of a stupid question?
I don't know, girl. I was trying to remember it. It was just so frivolous at the time too. It irritated me. I remember it irritated me, and I can't remember what it is now. If I remember, I will let you guys know.
But give me 3 pet peeves in dating.
Right.
3 dating pet peeves, please.
Yeah, asking.
Lisa, we know you got loads, yeah.
Actually,
Lisa, pick up and
3 of your favorites.
Think for extra 5 minutes. So if you think,
all right, shall we go to Marsha?
If you think for extra 5 seconds, you're gonna be able to figure it out.
Marsha.
Oh,
the second one is hygiene for me.
Oh,
hygiene.
Yeah.
Hygiene is a big thing. Obviously, mouth hygiene is a big thing. And saying you're gonna call or whatever and don't and don't even acknowledge it and say, hey, sorry, I didn't call, bam bam bam, this happened, bam bam bam. Yeah, those 3 things.
Okay, Marsha.
Oh, Marsha. Okay, Marsha. 3 pet peeves, eh?
3 pet peeves. So if we're getting to know each other, hygiene for me, definitely hygiene is number 1, because I just can't take guys that are not hygienically, don't smell good, don't have clean fingernails, and all them things. I'm a scanner. I will scan all those things. So hygiene is definitely top of my list. Second ick is not making plans. I'm busy, they're busy, everyone's doing life, so I like to make plans. Everyone likes a surprise every now and then, and something spontaneous, but don't be telling me, I like to be spontaneous. I'm Mr. Spontaneous. Not spontaneous, your mother. I don't business. What's going to happen? You're going to spontaneous yourself and try and invite You're busy, and you want to push up your face and get vexed. This is why. Make plans. Simple.
Masha will say you will push up your face.
Yeah.
Wow, Masha. Wow.
No, but it's
Masha Vicious, yes.
I like to be like in my growing years in my life that I have left on this earth. I would like to do things the right way, so just be transparent and honest, set boundaries, make plans, and just do things as openly and communicate as openly as possible. So, like, none of this last minute thing. Make plans. If you're busy, let me know you're busy, but you're free this day. Oh, well, I can be free that day. Let's try and do something. That simple. Okay. And then time for the go around long minute, change your plans, call in 167 times because plans are changing and you just can't commit. That just shows you're
That's 167 times, Masha.
Yeah, because it's probably disorganized in something as simple as just trying to make a plan for us to meet up and do something. That means you're just disorganized with everything, or you just don't want to be organized with me. And if you don't,
probably got somebody else on the side, man.
It's fine.
That's what's up.
Pardon?
I see you probably got somebody else on the side, man. That's why he's not prioritizing you in it.
When we could have someone else on the side.
Well, yeah, that's the other aspect of it, isn't it?
That's part and parcel of the reason why I like to make plans, isn't it? Because we can't commit, then I'm telling you something. Because between the lines,
the main girl is there's a problem in it. You can't make
that's
plans.
already a problem, big problem.
Yeah.
No, not a problem. Because once I feel that me just gone, I ain't got time to put myself. No,
right? Not at this age of life skill.
Kind of misery. So if I feel that kind of thing, and what's my third ick? My third ick. You know what? I don't like people that don't know how to be a little bit humble with themselves. I don't like people that are too show off and too damn cocky. I don't like it. And I don't like people that don't have care for other people. Like, don't come and chat people to me, yeah? Because that just shows me your character. It's a good thing because people do it, but I don't like it. It's a big turn off for me. Like, people in general, male or female, but if you've dated a man or seen a man and just one of them chatty man, like to chat people and just hype themselves like their best thing since sliced bread and everybody else, I don't like that. I just don't like it. So just and walk in your own shoes.
You're talking to Trini there, yeah? Trini feeling the type
Could never be me. Could never be me.
No, not Trini.
Never.
Could never be me.
Never.
Trini,
never be me. Never be me. Okay? Your 3 pet peeves. And take it easy on where, please. Oh gosh. Take it easy on where.
I'm lovely. Manners. I have a big thing about manners. Don't address me without saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I was raised with my grandparents. I could not go to the toilet without saying good morning, good afternoon, nothing. Myself. Don't address me, hey, sup, whatever. Send me no message. Good morning.
Hey,
sup. Right?
Sup. I hate that one.
That's beautiful.
WYD.
Right? WYD. Address me. Because my thing is, it goes on respect as well. You're concerned that I slept well. Okay, you're addressing me a certain way. Don't come with the whole sup, right? Okay, you must think I'm younger than I am. Address me properly, right? That's one. 2, I don't do the materialistic thing. I don't want to know you've just bought some car, just bought some watch, or have some Gucci shirt, I have some blazer, I have these new shoes, whatever. That's not me. I'm not into that. I don't want to know what you bought. Tell me how you did.
Not a blazer. Why you?
I know, right? She pointing fingers. I got a Primark, you know, by the way.
Right? Manners, right? Tell me stuff like that. I don't want to know things that you know you bought and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the last thing for me, I like people that can have conversation. Again, don't tell me what just happened on freaking Love and Hip Hop. I can check Instagram if I wanted to see that. Okay, have some type of conversation. Don't have the same conversation with me all the time. Yeah, I just went down there and I just went to the gym. Okay, then I lifted about these bunch of weights. Okay. Oh God! An hour later, so it was like, are you kidding me? That's the only thing that you can talk about. Yeah, next.
People actually have them kind of conversations these days.
I screenshot some of these things.
Boy.
All the
I
time.
took screensh- I
Gym
took
is not an
screenshots too, I could
extracurricular
show you.
activity. Tell me your interests, gym. That's not an extracurricular activity. That is a form of exercise. Okay, come with
Oh
something.
yes, that was a stupid question I got the other day.
But yeah, there's more. But yeah.
Let me see
What
if I
was the
get
stupid
picture.
question, Lisa?
Hold on, I'm gonna get the picture. I think I did screenshot it, Gil. Hold on.
Okay, hold on, Lisa.
Because that's how stupid it was.
Go ahead.
Just,
Wait, Lisa,
just
you
done a whole
screenshot the
screenshot, boy.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
show me
I always
pictures before I
screenshot
go. I
people
can
because
see
people
it.
doesn't believe me. I
Wow.
can't
It's a
even
safe
remember
space,
some
Lisa,
days.
so feel free to show it if you want.
The world is a safe space. You know that's going around the world, right? This is going around the
I
world,
know,
eh?
right?
Yeah,
This is a
safe
safe
space.
space.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, safe
Well,
space.
well, if it helps us bump up the views on the channel, then why not?
You see?
What about the engagement?
Isn't it?
Right. So while we wait for Lisa to find the thing where she's gonna grasp the man, Devon, your 3 pet peeves.
So I'm big with trust in it. Like if I don't trust the person, that would be a problem right there. So that's one of a pet peeves. And the girls will say hygiene is a big thing. Because if I'm having a relationship with a person, I want to be able to be close to them and feel comfortable. And if they bring out that smell, that'll be a problem right there. So that's a pet peeve. And I'm big on obviously in a relationship as well. Like I need to be able to have a relationship with you, but also I want to be able to understand like in terms of like her relationship with other people as well. Like some people in relationship, they have friends and they don't want to like let you know what type of friends they have. They cannot keep it a secret. Like if you have a relationship with a guy, let me know what's going on in terms of like the relationship, so we're gonna have that transparency between us. So that's kind of like a put off in a sense, like they're trying to keep secret in a sense, and that's boiled down to the trust aspect of it. So that's my 3 pet peeves in terms of like, yeah.
Right. So influential. Your 3 pet peeves.
My pet peeves are
I can't find the damn thing.
inconsiderate. When a woman is inconsiderate.
I
Also,
can't hear you. Speak up a little bit more, David.
sorry. One of my pet peeves is when a woman is inconsiderate. Another pet peeve is therefore how can I describe this now so it makes sense? Like like basically lack of emotional intelligence, which is different from being inconsiderate. But there's a thin line between the two, and another pet peeve is someone that is always feels a woman that always feels the need that she has to have on makeup or she has to put on a wig. Yeah, I don't. That's a massive pet peeve. Like if you can't just talk to me and deal with me in your natural state with your morning face.
They have to be social media ready. You don't need all of that all the time.
Yeah. You don't need to be picture perfect. You don't need to be.
You want a picture? Let me post for you now.
Yeah, you don't need to do all of
that. Sorry, I just go off. My thoughts has become verbal. Sorry.
Those are my pet peeves.
Yeah, I like that one actually.
I hear you, influencer. My pet peeves, right? My 3 main pet peeves. One would definitely be when they just don't, you're not listening. Like they don't have the capacity to really hear anything other than their own voice.
That's deep.
You understand? So that you find yourself repeating something and you'll be like, I know because I'm in the conversation, so I know what it is I heard. And if it is, that's when it is, you know, that person is not, they're hearing you, but they're not really taking you on board because they're just interested in who you are as opposed to getting to know who you are. You know, my second pet peeve is don't ask me no foolish question. Don't ask me no foolish question. We're all grown people. If it is
example now.
And don't go roundabout with it. You know? Don't use the roundabout. Don't use the 3 and 4 exits. You understand me? Don't go roundabout. I can't. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm really
Riddles in
good.
it with these.
Yeah, just be straight up because I just see it from a mile away, and when I see it, I just be like, okay, then we're going around the roundabout. Let we
Block
go.
party.
Every exit. Let we go.
There we go.
Let we go. You understand? And my third pet peeve would be honestly somebody that feels the need that they have to look picture perfect all the time, as influencers say. I don't mind the rough and tough, and you just being yourself. Most importantly, and being true to yourself. If it is you have to look picture perfect all the time, yeah, that means you'll get catch. You'll get catch, and when you get catch, yeah, throwing the whole lock stock barrel out the door, gone. You understand? Because you'll get catch. You'll definitely get catch in a moment where it is half your face on or face off, like Nicolas Cage and them face off. And I can't deal with it.
Hey, that was a bad
But then,
one,
to be
boy.
honest, guys, I think when some women do that with that whole vein thing, it's
But
usually at the start of the relationship, like at the start or maybe dating. It's not going to be, like it's usually always at the beginning, isn't it? Because you're going through the impressive stage, trying to impress the
X
person
normally
you're
appear
with.
at the
yeah,
beginning as
but
well.
like I said, go ahead, influential. Go ahead, influential.
Yeah, but remember the X normally appear at the beginning stage as well, because that's gonna you're not gonna wait until 6 months or 6 years down the line to be like, oh yeah, this is that. That's gonna be probably a new ick or something new that they've developed. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
weed it out from now. You understand? Just like how y'all saying you don't want no
But
time.
new X do
You
come,
weeding it out
because
from now. You have your
Yeah,
test
they
people
do.
change.
So yeah, man, it's just one of
But
those
then, how
things.
are you gonna know someone's overly vain if you're like just in the talking stage? Because it's not like
Because
she's gonna
yeah,
come over and stay overnight, isn't it?
no,
You
but
could tell.
remember,
I'm
Possibly.
sure you could
you're
tell.
still interacting with them often. If you talk to somebody every day or every week, you will see the mannerisms. If you go fetting with them or party with them, you see the mannerisms. If you go on their social media, a lot of people display themselves on their social media and their WhatsApp status as well. A lot of people they might not post on IG, but how they post on
Okay,
WhatsApp.
yeah. I see what you mean.
A lot of people, are very
So,
So every time
predictable.
they post a picture in their
Yeah,
status, it's like picture
and
perfect.
yeah, and what do they post again? If they're only happy to make you see them when they're in a particular certain state, oh, wrong move. You're scary. You know what I mean? You're not
It's
real.
but,
weird.
What
but
if
let,
what if
let
they
me
have
be
a
devil's
standard?
advocate there.
They're
Let
in
me be
there.
devil's advocate. Hold
Yeah,
on a
but
minute.
what if
Let me
the
be
girls
devil's.
have a standard to live by though? Like some girls, they got standards in it. They just want to be that high standard. So in terms of like the makeup and stuff like that,
But you can't be
they're
high
comfortable
standard.
being, huh?
I appreciate that if you're a high end model and you work for GQ or in Vogue and you fly all around France and Europe, but that is for work. In between you going on that runway and when you finish doing the shoot and you're going back to your hotel and you take it off, you must can take it off and be happy with what you see in the mirror. And you're not
But then again, you need to understand what she's trying to attract though. The reason why she's probably doing this, probably trying to attract something
yeah,
up
and
on the level
again,
as well.
but you're not gonna be in your makeup all the time. High, silk pillowcases are not cheap. You're not gonna keep
It's true.
running through my silk pillowcases. So
So
you must be content in your natural skin. No matter how you try to spin it, be content in your natural skin. Simple as
girls,
that.
what do you guys think about that statement in terms of the makeup part of it? Because that's a conversation in itself right there. Innit?
But I know a lot of people in terms of makeup, because there's a lot of guys that wear makeup now. Not just women. Men wear makeup now, and it's a very normalized thing. Because we know if it is we're gonna go out with a woman or whatever. We know we have to give her an hour, right? Minimum an hour to get ready, because we know the makeup might take 40 minutes.
More than that, you have to give minimum 2 hours, because just the
Yeah.
makeup is an hour. Then she need to find outfit. Then she need
Oh,
to
so
do it.
yeah. We know we have to give that time. And the what for me it comes down to, it shows the confidence of that woman in a lot of ways, and it also shows what she may be feeling a little bit um what's the word I want to use?
Insecure.
Insecure about, you know, and it's how it is you then address her, how you speak to her, you know, and how you raise her or uplift her within that, you know, which is a difficult thing for a lot of men, because when all you ask us, how we looking? How are you looking? You know, they come and ask me, do you think I'm looking okay? And then we answer, yeah. But then the answer that all you wanted to hear is not the answer that we gave, but we gave an honest answer, and then we still end up wrong for giving an honest answer.
Let me add to that. I work with a lot of female and obviously male as well. And what I get a lot of people saying in terms of like the female side of things, the reason why they come to the gym is like their partner is looking at other women, especially on social media. And the type of women they're looking at is those quality, like perfect type of women and stuff like that. And they want to keep their appearance up as well to be able to please him, because they're probably looking at his social media, he's following a bunch of models and he's liking their photos, and she's feeling insecure and she's thinking like, oh,
that's women or girls?
Huh?
It's women.
That's everyone.
Women.
It's both of them. Both of them.
That's women. People want to look good.
It's honestly both of them.
No,
it's
I've been powerlifting and training and stuff since I was 20. So for over 20 something years, I haven't done that for any man in my life. I've done it for me. Done it with no clicks, no likes.
Yeah, but that's your
people. I know how I look in. So when I'm ready to talk, I could say what I need to say very happily.
Yeah, but
that's your individual. In 2022, it's not that way.
Developed women.
Nice. Yeah, but it's not just I have to interject, because there's a lot of focus about this woman and this makeup and social media, but then you also have to remember you have a lot of men looking at other men on social media with a certain types of muscles and then going to the gym to look competing as well.
Of course.
So it's not just women looking and saying, oh, this person looks like this, I want my makeup. You have men constantly now in the gym. How many gyms, you're going to open now? How many memberships you're going to open? Because now men are constantly in the gym because of certain things that they see on social media as well.
That's all you want buff things? That's all you want buff things?
Split that down the middle. You got to split it down the middle. Some women are doing certain things the same how some
because
men
Colleen, when you ask them, so what you do in your spare time?
The gym. Me say that. The gym. Everything is gym.
Really, brother man? Really?
At least it's not Jimmy Shaw.
Really?
It's just Jim.
Calm yourself.
Well, before I forget my ex, let me go to my ex. So my ex.
Oh Lord, I'm fighting here.
Well, I got 4. Hygiene. We've all mentioned hygiene. It's a big ick if your mouth ain't smelling good, if your armpits ain't smelling good. Marsha mentioned earlier fingernails, like all of that. Ugh. A guy who doesn't get his hair cut regularly, I put that under grooming and hygiene. But I mean, I know it comes under grooming, but I put it under hygiene as well. It's about looking after yourself hygienically, being immaculate. That's where I am on that one. Dumb questions. I know, Lisa, you mentioned dumb questions. I remember I was seeing a guy years and years ago. It's not a dumb question, but I just felt like that kind of merged in with my other ick, which is someone that thinks they're better than you. Or it's like that whole status level thing. So his question to me was, did you go to university? And I'm just like, I don't normally have anyone that asks me that question. I don't have a problem answering it, but then my question is, okay, so why are you asking? Like, it was like just out of the blue.
What's the motive? Yeah. What's the motive?
If you're dance or not. They want to know if you're dance or not. Simple as that.
But in school they say there's not.
I know a lot of people that went uni that is dance.
Yeah, but they want to know if you have a piece of paper that you could argue that you're not stupid.
Listen, there's people that are academically smart but socially stupid. Just because you went uni don't make you smart. Just because you went uni, like, doesn't mean you're not dumb. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But my thing is, don't ask me that question because it's none of your damn business. Because so if we're gonna take it there, best you ask me what was my GCSE grades.
What was it?
Let's take it a step further. Yeah, what was your GCSE grades? What did you get in your A levels? You know, if you're gonna be asking me about uni. No, I didn't like the question because it was just he just wanted to gloat about him having a master's, having a this, having a that. No. Because that tells me like, what is this a competition? Like, is this you competing with me, or is it that you're comparing me with somebody else? Right? I'm not gonna go for this one because she got a 2-1 in uni. Like, because there's people out there like that.
How he gonna treat you at what level? That's all.
Yeah, nah, miss me in it. Miss me with that bullshit. Yeah, but one other thing before anyone comes for me, but I'm gonna also make this point very clear. Only African men that have asked me that question. Caribbean guys don't ask them kind of questions. That's not to say they don't exist, but I'm talking from experience. It's usually African men that ask that question.
Because they want to be able to go back and tell their mother or tell their parents that she is
even though she's Caribbean, she's got a one something.
She has a degree.
Yes, it's true. It's true.
Differences there.
Yeah. It's usually the Africans that ask that question. So yeah. So hygiene, dumb questions, lack of transparency. Don't annoy me with this.
The roundabout,
yeah?
The roundabout.
Yeah, nah. Like, if I'm asking you a question, like, you know, and it's because I feel that you're holding something back. Don't be holding back, because the whole point of dating and getting to is in order to get to know someone, isn't it? You're getting to know them to see if you're compatible, to see if you could take it that step forward, that next stage. Now, if you're like withholding information, that's a problem for me.
What if you think it's a dumb question though? You don't offend you.
No.
You never
in
know.
this instance, we're meant to be having a full-on conversation, safe space conversation, right? I need transparency. So don't tell me that you've got 3 kids when really you got 4, and you decided you're not going to tell me about the 4th baby mother because you're not in contact with her or the child. That's what I'm talking about. Lack of transparency, withholding information. Or you're going to tell me, like some man years ago, right? His brethren told my cousin that he had a child. This was when I was very young, by the way, guys. So I was in my teens, late teens. And he moved, his cousin or his brethren moved to my cousin, and he told my cousin, yeah, I've got, a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old child or whatever. My cousin was like, yeah, that was a deal breaker for her. And it would have been a deal breaker for me if I was in that same situation. So anyway, now I'm having this conversation with the guy that, I obviously met him at the same time that my cousin met his friend and everything. So it was like 4 of us. I now asked him the question, oh, do you have any children? Because back then that was like, well, it still is, a common question to ask.
Yeah.
So, but it was more so I was asking because I don't want to date someone with children. I'm in my late teens. Like, come on. I'm not trying to date somebody who's already a daddy. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I asked the question and he lied to me. He told me no. And then a few months later, when we are now in a proper relationship, you don't want to be flashing a damn picture of me with you with another child and with a child sitting on your lap. And then I'm asking the question, well, who's this? Is this your niece? Is this your nephew? Is this your godchild? Who's this?
Adopted
the man
son.
wants to tell me that's his child. You're taking a mick. You're taking a mick.
It happens more often. It happens more often than you know. There was an article where this lady, she was married to the love of her life, and she had to end the marriage. She loved him unconditionally, and she had to end the marriage because he wasn't honest. He didn't tell her that he had 3 kids, and that he was previously married. and they had been married for about what 3 years or something like that.
Yes, I
3-4 years
think I
they were
saw that.
married,
Yeah.
and she said she didn't know what to do other than let it go, so in spite of everything, she wasn't there. But before Too Influential leaves tonight, Too Influential, in terms of it,
Oh, what? Sorry, one more. Inconsistencies. A man who's inconsistent. Don't be like giving me sweet nothings and love bombing me at the beginning, and then when we're in a relationship, you
you're
don't
talking
now want
cold.
to, you know what I mean? Like you're not making the same effort as you're making before. Miss me with that one as well. Very annoying. I don't like inconsistencies. If I'm used to you calling me 3 times a day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, let it be like that way in a year's time. I don't believe in honeymoon period. I feel like however you start a relationship, that's just how it should go fully running throughout the duration of the relationship. That's just me.
I hear you. I hear you. Thank you very much, Nai. So, Influential, before you go, right? We want to know, because this is a question for everybody as we're going to wrap up on the hot sauce tonight. We get real hot
Okay, I
tonight.
was just gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna go after.
Yeah, same here as well.
For you, in terms of plastic surgery, in terms of the X, right? And there's a combo here. The combination is you meet the love of your life, all ready to settle down. She overcome your X and whatever. You're in the relationship, things going nice, and then she decides that she wants to change something about herself, right? Would you support her? And then if she asks you to do the same thing, would you want to support if you need to change something, right? And based on that, would you see that as a growth within all the relationship?
That's a brilliant question. Fantastic question. It would definitely be something that we'd have to have a lengthy conversation about. Because obviously we need to understand what it is that you want to change and why do you want to change it now at this point in time in your life and in our relationship, because there are two things that are different but running parallel to each other. And then what do you hope to gain from this change for yourself, and how is it going to positively and or negatively impact the relationship? So those are the kind of questions that I would need solid, sensible answers to before I
Right.
will cast an opinion on it. Obviously, at the end of the day, it's a relationship, not a dictatorship. So if she decides to go and do any kind of surgery, she's going to go and do it. And I also have the freedom and the choice to say, you know what, I don't want to be in a relationship with you anymore because of these. If these changes don't appeal to me. If she asks me to change something, and it's something that I am also expressing a desire to have adapted. For example, getting my teeth done. Like, do I go back and try Invisalign? Do I get the metal braces this time? Do I get laser eye surgery so that way I stop wearing wonky glasses? Then of course, yes. If she says to me, you know what, you need to go to Turkey and get them to suck in your belly so you can get a 6-pack in 6 weeks. That's not gonna happen. You're gonna take the belly as it is and rub it after you feed me dinner. Simple. So just something height height enhancement, so that way I'm the same height as Super Trini vibes. Then that's something I'm willing to consider if it's a safer option, because who doesn't mind being 6 foot? I don't need to be 6'5", but if I'm 6 foot, the world is a better place. So yeah, that it's all about realistic and sensible considerations for me. And obviously, again, it's how will it really boost, my look, your look, my feel, your feel, and our both. Because remember, relationships, you have to be consistently attractive to your partner, whether you're in the honeymoon stage or you just met and it's
Yeah.
one in, or you're 50 years in. You must still be able to look
Somebody
at
have
your
a background
partner.
noise. Something going on there.
Yeah, people need to mute themselves. Nah, everybody needs to mute because your TVs are on, all of that stuff is on. Yeah. So
Oh, sorry, my little one.
Mm.
Yeah, with her finger, she put up the volume. Yeah.
So yeah, that's my view on it. I think it's something that you have to be very, 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 very mindful of, very considerate about, and obviously be open to having that honest, clear conversation and letting your partner know how you genuinely feel, because we as men sometimes like to sugarcoat things to save face and to save argument. No, have the real, honest, brutal conversation and let it be known where you stand so it's clear, and then people can take it from there. And obviously, like, yeah, I'm not a fan of the whole heap of surgery. No, come as you are, natural, with the flaw them as are appreciated, and we take it in God prayer. Because me, for one, I don't want to see, like, I saw a video today of somebody getting their BBL done, and the liquid is squirting out of there's like a hole in their lower back, and the liquid is squirting out. And
You would think there was a whale, eh? You would think there was a whale or something, eh?
No, man, you're not a dolphin. That's a water sprinkler in your back. No, no,
He's
no,
a
no.
killer, yeah? What is this killer, yeah?
No, it's serious. Or you like the new thing that's happening over the last couple of years is the young black women are getting their the lip filling done, and I'm like, yo, you have naturally nice lips anyway, and you want them fatter, you want them thicker, like, no, man. And then every 6 years you have to, or every couple of months you have to go and get this lip filling done. So no, that's too much unnecessary maintenance. No, be blessed in the skin that you're in, and work what God and your mama gave you and your father gave you, and you know, so everything is all right. Oh,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Bless us, sir, influential. Get me your socials one time and everything.
It's Sir Influential, as you see it spelled there on the screen. Don't forget, Soca Weekender is next year, October. Portugal is going to be a movie. Check out Soca Weekender on my t-shirt. Can you see it? Yes, it's going to be a vibe. We'll see everybody there. And remember, BBL doesn't define you. You define you. Give
Boom,
thanks.
bang. Boom,
You've been
bang.
Thank you.
Right. So everybody understands the assignment with the question, right? So Devon, from your perspective, right? You're in a relationship, you pull and tug with regards to surgery and stuff like that. Where do you stand? Lisa, don't go away. Stay ready. Yeah, go ahead, Devon.
Yeah, I say if as a surgery point of view, as I said, we need to obviously talk about the insecurity. Like, why do you want to obviously just the surgery? Are you doing it for me? Are you doing it for you? What? Why? We need to get down to the nitty gritty of it, and then we're gonna see how we work it out. But the surgery thing, as I said, God made us in His own image, and if she want to change, I don't see why she should change herself. Like, if I love her and she loved me, like, there's none to prove. There's no one to prove. Like, there's nobody she have to prove anything to. She have to prove it to me if I love her. And I told her I love her, and she loved me. I don't think she need the surgery.
Fair enough.
In that entirety. Keep it simple.
Keep it simple, nice and easy. Well, Devon, thank you very much for being here as well. Give us your socials one time and let them know where they could find you as well.
Yeah, _Dev's Fitness. Representing. That's all it is.
Representing. Boom, bang.
Boom, bang. Boom,
bang. Lisa, as a relationship coach, right? For young people right now in their relationships, you understand? I can let you go without giving us a little, sprinkle a little something on there for us. What would you say to young people, especially, who are going to get these surgeries done for the sake of a relationship or for the sake of enhancing their body in order to get that person that would be interested in what it is they have as opposed to what they have on the inside, like what everyone like?
You're antagonizing.
I know.
I don't think it's anything that you can say to them. You know why? Because it is not a surface thing. It's a deep thing for them, and a lot of times they would need therapy to come out of that mindset, because it's no amount of coaching, no amount of speaking, no amount of any that kind of surface stuff will be able to help implant, for want of a better phrase, those seeds to allow them to grow naturally with where you could feel comfortable with whatever you have. I am not sure. I'm not even sure if this generation really has the tools and the mindset and stuff to face the things that they're facing, because we all, each generation face different things. I speak to a few young girls when I'm working with them sometimes, and they always talk, oh, I hate this, and oh my gosh, these bumps. And I didn't even care about them things. I didn't care if I get a bump. I didn't care if I had a white man on my knee. I didn't, you know what I mean? Like, we just went through it like it was just normal. And I feel like it's no longer normal to have regular things like pimples or a bloated stomach at that time of the month for youngsters. Oh my God, look at my belly, it's so big. I'm gonna need to, it's little natural little things is a big thing for them, in terms of they feel like it needs fixing. And I really don't know what to say for that. I a lot of times I feel like I wish I could bottle myself and sell it or give it to them. Literally,
How much you
give
selling it for?
myself the way I think. Listen, the way
How
I
much you
think,
selling it
the
for?
way I am, the confidence, the the bravado, the everything. I wish I could bottle it and give it to these young girls. Literally, just hand it out to them and let them take it so that they could feel what I feel when I walk the streets, or when something happens, or if I'm faced with something. I'm like, look, whatever. If he don't like it, he don't like it. My belly big today. It was flat yesterday. Deal with it. It's that kind of, yeah. I wish I could hold them and just, yeah. I don't think it's anything I could actually say. I mean, I could say stuff. I don't know if it's gonna make a difference, but I feel a lot of it stems from the home, and what they're exposed to, what they're allowed to be exposed to. Because even when it was Wednesday at work, we had a lot of kids, and you could tell the difference with the parenting with these kids. And these kids are around the same age, like 4 and 5. You have the ones who run in the route, like rah, like real hoons. Yeah, mother can't control it, father can't control it, nobody can control it, right? Then you have the other 4-year-olds coming in. Hi, hello, yes, sit down. Okay, let me see. Normal behavior when they're out. And you could tell the difference in the home environment. You could tell the difference in how the parent is, how calm. You could tell the differences. And I feel like that has a lot. I feel like that has a lot to do with it. I don't know, because I'm not a parent to my own child. I have godchildren. So, but I wish I could hold them and hug. You know how many times I want to hold them and hug them? Because these girls are so gorgeous. These young girls, they're so gorgeous. They're so naturally gorgeous. All this weave and this eyelash. At that age, when I was wearing eyelash? When I was on the runway in Trinidad, modeling. As soon as that show finish and we do that that finale, it's peel off. Them things heavy to wear every day. Who wanna wear that? But they're so not happy with how they look naturally. And they're spoiling their skin, they're spoiling everything. They're smoking, they're not taking care of themselves, they're eating bad. It's a lot of different things. And it's kind of sad. And I wish that they could see how gorgeous they are. I wish that they could see how gorgeous they are. But it's only so much we could do. Like, if I see little girls or even little boys, and I see them, I'm like, look at you, you're so smart, look how gorgeous you are. And the mom will be like, well, say thank you. And they're like, thank you. I feel like that could make a difference at some point in life. And they'd be like, remember that lady who said, oh, I'm so gorgeous? Am I really gorgeous? Maybe. I don't know, but I hope it does. So I try to do it more with my people, because I know that it's not done enough, especially with young little boys. Like, if they have, then their shoes and they walk in and look at you, look what's going on with you in school, or you kind of have a conversation with them, as opposed to just just leaving them there. So I think that's just me overall. If I don't think I would want to have any plastic surgery. I can't foresee that. But if I was in a position where I did want it, I mean, I'll have a conversation and hope that I get the support, and hope that the after effects of it is not a turn off for that person, because you don't really want to lose the love that you have. But if it have to, if that have to happen, that have to happen. I will also lend my support, but I will have to see how I feel after the procedure. Because obviously, if you're altering yourself that much, where you could see a big difference,
Yeah.
it will have an effect on you, because physically you would be watching this like, yeah. So I think I'll have to see how the after effects are. But yeah, that's me. That's
All right then.
my take
Being
on it.
Lisa Love, that's you. You know, give us
Yeah,
your socials again, and
that's
thank you very
me.
much.
Being Lisa Love on Instagram. Relationship coaching for women. I usually talk to the women because I feel like we need a lot of talking, because women a lot of times don't have realistic ideals about how relationships should be, and the things that they're doing and what they expect and things like that. So that's me on Instagram.
Boom. Thank you
Come
very
follow
much,
me.
Lisa. Thank you.
Guys,
Okay.
I have work in the morning. I love you.
Mm-hmm.
So, bye now.
Okay. So before
Thanks
you
for
go,
having
Kay,
me.
you're welcome. Okay, before you go, if you have any sites that young people can go on, you know, in terms of like support and stuff like if they're dealing with you know their identity and stuff like that, because I think that's something that we should also like clear out as well. Even if you put it into the chat, and on the YouTube channel, just put it into the chat once it's reposted. Just put it in there as well.
Yeah,
But
that'll be helpful.
your overall point of view, with regards to if your man was to, or your woman, or your significant other, or whatever, was to get surgery, you know, or you was to get surgery, what would be the stand?
Everybody is their own person and they control their own body. It's not for me to say what you can or cannot do, just how somebody cannot tell me what I can and cannot do. Everybody has their own reasons for doing something. It may be due to security, it may be due to not feeling great, it may be due to a long-standing issue as well. So I think if you're in a relationship, you know, you relate to each other. You're saying this, I want to do this for this reason. And, you know, if you are in a sort of relationship, then that person should support you. Doesn't say that they have to agree with everything that you do, but offer that support. Like, even if I don't like, let's say you get in, you know, the extra 6 inches, you know, at least for that week, I'll bring you tea or the coffee or, you know, whatever it is. Fix your eyeballs. But but that's the difference in between being in a healthy relationship, you know, and then being in an unhealthy relationship. You know, it is about leaning, you know, and having that support and having also that understanding, you know, even if you don't agree. So if I feel that I wanted to do something, again, I'm not asking you to come with me, but you know, just ask how I'm doing, you know, are you recovering, you know, okay, are you happy with the job? You know, how do you feel? You know, people are going to do like some people want to get it, some people want to do this. That's what a relationship is, but I'm not there to control you, just while you're not there to control me. And I think all relationships need to be like that, as well as friendships and stuff as well. It's about just having that support. So you're more than welcome to do what you want to do, as long as it's just not affecting me. And as far as the young people as well, again, a lot of it is just due to social media. Again, like we said earlier, how we were meant to look, you know, maybe 20 years ago is different than how people are looking now. So all I can do as far as with young people is just I just want them to have just more understanding about the influences, you know, out there. Sometimes they're not born and said, yes, I want big lips. It's because of sometimes what they are seeing, you know, with that as well. So if you buy one of my courses that I do, I can teach about the influence of social media on young people, and you can go to my website, which is what I offer.
So you'll put those website links on the YouTube channel, and also give us some other information as well there.
You can also find me on Instagram with those courses as well. So I do 12-week courses or singular courses, depending on what it's about, whether grooming, online safety, impacts of social media. So on Instagram, as well as my website, is Carleen, Karleen_CSE. That's on Instagram, and the website, same thing, CarleenCSE.com.
Nice. Well, thank you so much, Kay, or Colleen. Kay, Colleen. You know, thank you so much for being here with us, and Carnival Players Hot Sauce. You know, it got real spicy in the middle. I ain't gonna lie, it got real spicy. You know, and to wrap us all up, Don't go anywhere yet, okay? Nai,
Mm-hmm.
your final thoughts with regards to the question as well that I posed to everyone, man and woman, you know, you and your husband or you and your boyfriend, whatever, in terms of getting plastic surgery, getting something done, you know, would you support or would it depend on like how Lisa said? Would it be a case of I'll have to see how it look after, you know? And that'll be the backbreaker.
I think it depends on what type of surgery they were getting and why they were getting it. Because as I said, people get surgery for all sorts of different reasons. And if it's something that helped them and their mental health and stuff like that, and they really felt they were very passionate about their reasons for having it, then yeah, I guess I have to support them.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Question,
especially if there's love involved anyway. If we're at a point of loving each other, I mean, my thing would be to obviously try and encourage them not to go for it, because obviously I'm with them for a reason, innit? I mean, with them because I've accepted them for who they are and what they do or whatever. So to me, it seems very extreme and drastic to then be trying to go under the knife when your spouse doesn't have an issue of how you look.
Yeah. And I hear you. I hear you. So I'm going to ask you a slightly different question. As you're heavily on social media, right? Carnival Slayers, boss lady, and you definitely see BBLs, you know, left, right, and center. And you deal with a lot of models, and you see a lot of models, and you work within Carnival and stuff like that. Is there a point where it is you say enough is enough, Olia?
Is there what?
Is there a point where did you say enough is enough? Like it's just too much sometimes?
Not really. Not really, because I feel like there's still a lot of natural looking bodies and women in Carnival. So they, you know, I'm seeing quite a wide spectrum of different types of bodies and women. Some real, some not so real.
Right. Okay.
So that's my take on that. But probably where I'll probably might deep it a bit more is when you're on social media and I'm following pages that are not necessarily connected with my business pages. So it's more on the sort of the urban scene. When I kind of like have that on my feed in my timeline on my personal page, then yeah, I guess sometimes you do feel a type of way. You do think, am I even good enough these days? Look at all this competition, look at all these beautiful women. You know, probably more so on my personal page than I do on my Carnival Slayers page.
Okay. So your question is it, you know, are you in that right bracket where it is somebody would see you and accept you for who you are?
What was that? Sorry.
No, I said based on what you said, right, on your personal page, where it is you see a lot of things where you have to question, am I good enough with what it is I have, my assets and thing, you know? Does it, you know, you like, no, seriously, you know, you question it. Like we fellas just had to question it because
I don't think you know, sometimes, yeah, we don't even think our assets are even good enough anymore.
And that's a confidence thing, right?
Yes, it would be. Boils down to that, yeah.
But then if a guy is saying, oh, you know, you're looking real good and thing, do you all take them on merit? Do you all really take them on merit? You say, girl, you're looking best. Best. Or you're just not taking it on merit because you think they have an ulterior motive?
Yeah, there could be that ulterior motive. And if the one thing I can't stand is a guy that's over gassing me. I mean, gas me by all means. Yeah, I like you to be gassing me. Especially I need you to invest your interest in me. I like all that attention, especially if it's coming from someone that I fancy, someone that I want to get to know and you know, do things with. So yes, gas me. But you see, when they start over gassing it, no, I don't like that. I mean, that's an ick of mine as well. Over gassing me. But yeah, don't overdo it. Don't overdo it.
Or you hear that, fellas? Don't overdo it.
Do it in an organic way, but don't overdo it.
When you see she, or when you try to DM her, don't overdo it.
Don't overdo it, because then all that's going to happen is that, again, it merges with what I was saying earlier on about inconsistencies.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to be consistent in giving someone all that undivided attention and compliments all the time, 24/7.
But
It's just impossible.
It becomes a bit like creepy as well. It's just like, oh, you look amazing. Oh my gosh, look at your eyes, look at your lips, look at your makeup.
Yeah. It's a bit OTT, it's a bit much.
People that just like 200 pictures, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, you look amazing. It's like, calm down, dude. You only gotta say it once.
Yeah.
Dude, like it's okay. Yeah, it's all right.
Taking notes, yeah. Taking notes.
1 or 2 is all right, but don't send me 10 messages.
Was it 1 or 2 or 3 or 4?
1 or 2.
1 or 2. Every few days, twice or bi-weekly? No,
just slow. Steady and slow. And slow, yeah?
All right, we get it. All right. Well, thank you very much, Nai. Thank you very much, Ken. Thank you to all the other panelists that joined us on Carnival Slayers Hot Sauce. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share the thing.
Please do.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yes, Merry Christmas, everyone. This is our last one for the year. Oh my gosh.
Yep, the year is finished. You know, we had so many versions of hot sauce, all kind of hot sauce we had this year, you know.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can just put out a clip of what it is we've spoken about all the way through the year. And you'll check that out on YouTube, Carnival Slayers on YouTube. I'm Super Trini Vibes. It's been a pleasure to host with you all tonight. My thing, I just gonna say it straight. Just be yourself 100%. You don't need to change nothing, darling. Just be yourself. You know,
definitely, 100%.
If you feel the need to change, let's talk about it first. What is that change? That change has to come from somewhere within your self-esteem. You know, and then you could build that. You can mold that into something better, or we could use that money to go on a really nice holiday. You know, go on a real nice holiday. You understand me? And just forget about it. You know, rather than spending on something where it is I sleeping and I feeling like if on a waterbed. I can't take it. No, thank you. You know. But to everyone who joined us on Slayers Hot Sauce tonight, all you, it's cold out there. Stay warm, stay hot. If you need some hot sauce, call me. We go sort you out. All right.
Yeah.
Have a good night, everybody. One love. Super Trini Vibes out.
Good night, everyone. Bye, Kay. Bye, Super Trini.
Bye, guys. Bye.